Hey Punjas and Jobbies, it's me again, it's the Tube again, and it's that journey we take together all over again, and that's the view for tonight. The internet goes audible from audio. Israeli startups are conquering the British stock markets. More things you can print to change the world. What was that in the True Detective finale last night? The Social Watch and more. But we want to start our show with our own private hero of all times, the one and only. We'll see you in a second. We start our show with the main event. Edward Snowden, our show's favorite guy, gave a speech at South by Southwest Festival. He wasn't there physically, of course, but he spoke from a green screen room in his temp exile country of Russia. Snowden doesn't give a lot of interviews, and this was his first public talk for an American audience since he settled in Russia after leaking scores of NSA documents in June 2013. The talk itself was surprisingly practical and very buggy since they had to transfer Snowden through no less than 7 proxies. That's a lot. Snowden has struck back strongly against claims made against him last week by the NSA Director General Keith Alexander that his release of secret documents had weakened American cyber defenses. He also admitted that he'll do it again. Here's a clip.
There's a policy response that needs to occur, but there's also a technical response that needs to occur. And it's the makers, it's the thinkers, it's the development community that can really craft those solutions and make sure we're safe. The NSA, the sort of global mass surveillance that's occurring in all of these countries, not just the US, and it's important to remember that this is a global issue, they're setting fire to the future of the internet. And the people who are in this room now, you guys are all the firefighters. And we need you to help us fix this.
Yeah, that was not a problem with our technology. These were the bugs. Better luck next time. Okay, Israeli startup Trend Demon wants you to share as much as you can because sharing is caring. Trend Demon are developing tools for website owners to help them maximize their full viral potential, and now they have something special. With their new product, Move, Trend Demon believe they cracked the way to make you share more easily sound bites. Their new product, Move, will let every site put a little widget that will enable them to turn each article into Audiobites. This way, the user can get a better idea of what the article is about and will be able to easily share it with other people on social networks. So, is audio going to be the future of making articles go viral? With us in the studio is Avishai Sharon, Trend Demon CEO. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you were already here in the show without me. I was on vacation. But for viewers who don't know you, tell me a little bit about Trend Demon.
So we develop a social layer for publishers that enables them to engage their audiences. Basically, we enable them to build online communities based around content.
Okay, so let's talk about the Audiobites. What does it really mean?
Well, actually, it started a few years back when I kind of realized, back when I was in law school, that I was studying with a friend who happened to be blind, and we had a paper to submit. I went to his home, and then I noticed how difficult it was for him to browse the web. And it kind of stuck with me, but I didn't really have any idea how to approach this issue. Later on, when we developed the Care Share, the social layer for websites, we decided we can build these online communities, and we thought, how can we harness them in a more effective way? And we thought that audio could be a new engaging way to get the audiences to participate, and it could have major value for disabled people, visually impaired, and also later we discovered for the general population using mobile devices. Later on, we're talking about wearable devices that also could use audio as a tool to get information across in a better way.
I said, let's talk about the general public now, okay? Not the blind and the hearing impaired and everything, because I think there's a trend or a movement from big tech companies. They're all trying to go also audio. We see it with the many new series of many companies. People want people to listen to their products, but it isn't happening yet. Can you tell me a little bit about this transaction and what's the future you imagine for it?
Well, I think there are two trends. One is we have an overwhelming amount of information from textual devices, and it's difficult to consume all this information, so we need to find other ways, other senses that we can get this information. This is one challenge. The second, the devices themselves are getting smaller or are getting transparent to us, so we need to find new mediums to get that information across. And we're actually seeing, like you said, we're seeing people starting to be comfortable talking to devices, talking to your phone, hearing your phone talk back to you, and people are now getting used to this kind of new interaction with devices, and we're thinking of bringing the human aspect to it, to bringing people actually to talk in a human voice, not just computer generated.
For people to feel, what, less lonely? That's creepy.
It's human. It's the human connection. It's a human interaction. And I think that instead of looking at it as a technological problem, we need to find it a social solution of how can we make, as a general, make the web more accessible, not just for blind, but for people in general who have a hard time accessing, could be elderly people. Mm-hmm. Just in the world, there are over 290 million blind people, visually mm-hmm. impaired. So these are huge numbers we're talking about. But if we're comparing it to mobile users, we're talking about 1/4 of the traffic, of the internet traffic is for mobile devices. Mm-hmm. So this is a major issue, and I think it's not coincidental. We're seeing all these startups in this field, and the big companies, Google, of course, WhatsApp now with voice messages, heading into this field.
So if once upon a time you would share the whole article, and then now you only share a meme about that article, so the future is share the soundbite summing up that article with a little bit of a wink? That's the future you see?
I see that, and I see also a personal share. So your move can be public. It can be something you want to share with the rest of the world, but it can be something that I just want to share with you, a soundbite that is specifically for you, and we'll see a better engagement when it's directed to you, when it's a personal message that I can embed on top of an article.
Okay, well, in general, you crack down what makes people share items on social networks. I mean, why would it be easier, okay, to share audio, and if you can tell me a little bit about, I don't know, the secret of sharing, because everybody wants to go viral. What tips can you give us common people?
Well, I don't think we have any kind of formula for making viral things, but we can make things more accessible. Mm-hmm. And once content is more accessible, it has a higher potential for being shared. And on top of it, once it has a personal layer on it, a personal aspect, a personal perspective of what this content is about, this also increases the shareability. And at the end of the day, we discovered that it's mainly about recognition. You put something out there to get a feedback, to know that somebody is listening. Mm-hmm. And eventually, when you break it down, it's the basic word of mouth. It's the actual word of mouth. You talk, and people actually listen to what you say and interact with it. And I think it's very interesting to see all these different kind of startups and solutions on this space, finding it and building products for it.
Okay, that sounds amazing. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, and now to our ongoing segment, things you can 3D print these days. And today, drum roll, microscopes. Yes, we're talking about a new microscope that could be downloaded and printed on a flattish piece of paper and assembled with a few extra components in less than 10 minutes. All the parts to make it cost less than $1, according to Stanford bioengineer Manu Parkash and colleagues. The goal, as Parkash explains in a TED Talk, is to provide a cheap medical screening tool that could be widely used in developing countries. Because the microscopes can be printed by thousands, they could also be used for education and field research. Check it out.
What came out of it is what we call use and throw microscopy. These little microscopes that are literally built out of paper, tape, and glue. And they're as good as many research microscopes that you can buy. The evolution for us was really starting from that we're going to build something completely from scratch. The components that we were open to using have to be mass-produced and have to be common day-to-day materials. So our microscopes have all the little bells and whistles of a traditional microscope, but it's all implemented in a very different medium. We've come very far to an instrument that we really can do very sophisticated modalities of microscopy, but at a cost point where after one use you could throw the entire microscope away.
Woo! Free microscopes for all! Though when I look into a microscope, I never believe what I see is actually there. But that's because I'm a bit cuckoo. And now, Israeli marketing technology company Matomi Media Group is to float on the London stock market alongside a wave of other firms from Israel. Matomi is aiming to win a stock market value of up to 300 million quid, despite not even having an office in Britain. The Israeli gaming firm XL Media hopes to float in London, and another digital advertising company, Mari Media, could also list in the UK. We find the UK market appreciates a company like us that is growing, and is also profitable, said Matomi's chief executive, Ofer Drucker. Matomi helps advertisers to market goods and services through its network of online publishers. It earns a fee for every transaction completed through its platform, so that companies pay only for results in what is known as performance-based advertising. Sounds good to us. Good luck. Make a lot of money. Money's okay. And now, had trouble watching the hotly anticipated True Detective finale last night? You weren't the only one. Fans of the series took to Twitter to protest technical issues that struck the HBO Go streaming platform. HBO Go's official Twitter feed acknowledged the troubles, blaming the show's literally overwhelming popularity. Due to overwhelmingly popular demands for #TrueDetective, we've been made aware of an issue affecting some users. Please try again soon. Only a few months ago, the internet in the US saw a surge in data usage over the new season of House of Cards on Netflix. The streaming company came a little bit more prepared and did not crash, although the surge in usage saw a lot of homes' download rate decrease. That's a good opportunity to watch a bit of this great True Detective parody by Watch the Soup, so let's use it.
What do you have to say for yourselves?
All due respect, sir. Danny's gonna sue you. You wanna play the booty guy?
What?
Lou, I open. Monsters Mom 42, Mange Mom 40. All we go real me mom.
What?
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 I greedled, oh sir. Sorry, I greedled.
I don't know what greedled means. Is that what you're saying, greedled?
Broom-dadgel! Broom-dadgel!
I'm just gonna guess that you cheated on me.
Ah, greedled.
Gooner.
Huh?
Kumar!
What? Raped her! Gone raped her! Who from Fort Duggins? Who from Fort?
I can't understand you.
Who from Fort Mercer Parker?
That was equally confusing.
Ties on them. Call them ties on them.
Yeah, I haven't watched the show yet, but after I will go back to this show on our website and see this clip again and laugh, cause I'm assuming it's funny. And now, the Social Watch. Austin is a very lovely city. Too bad the geeks that come to South by Southwest are too busy while staring at their phones to know it. Mashable decided to change that with a bear.
We're here in Austin for South by Southwest. It's a beautiful city and a fantastic event, but no one appreciates it because they're all just looking at their phones. We are going to have some fun.
Hug me. Now, does different music genre always sound different? YouTube user Smokahontas from Finland decided to test that by singing different genres of the same song. We're in love.
Taking my river says you can't step in the same river twice. The water's always changing, always flowing. Even if you were upside down, I'll be beside you.
Girl, you're so talented, and that's it. You had too many things in your hands, you got a bit too excited from something, it only took a sec and your phone fell on the floor! And now my iPhone has a gazillion bits of memories. Too bad, but we have Twitter and we have Tumblr. It's the Tube24, and always remember, while I thought that I was learning how to live, I have been learning how to die. That's Michelangelo. Sorry for the downer, but my phone, look at my phone. Bye.